Welcome to TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places.
On this week's very special episode, we join our partners at the Pennsylvania Game Commission for an exciting and emotional trip to a bear den in the Sproul State Forest. Joining us on this trip is Aiden Kohler. Aiden is a very special 10-year-old with some special health issues who loves the outdoors. We are very thankful he and his dad cleared their hectic schedule to be with us on this trip. Stay tuned, you're watching Friends in Wild Places.
Walking on the wild side, wide open every time, letting it fly. You can find me high on the mountaintop, floating down a river rock, living for the ride. If you really want room to run, I'll show you where to get it done. Step off the back porch, jump across the fence, don't let the barbed wire catch you in the pants. I'll be waiting in the bottom by the TomBob Creek. Come on, take a walk on the wild side.
Welcome to TomBob Outdoors, Friends in Wild Places. I'm Raleigh Cogan, your host, and this week we're in the Pennsylvania wilds on the Sproul State Forest. We're here with Matt Ho, the Executive Director of the Game Commission. Matt, we're glad to be here with you again.
It's great to be here, Raleigh.
This is our 4th year in a row now. The camera crews from TomBob have been with the Game Commission in the bear dens. And if you remember back 4 years ago, we were in a bear den that it was a rock. Remember that rock den?
Yep.
Theirs were down in the rocks. Second year we were in a den, it was the base of a blowdown. Last year we were in a den, it was an excavation.
Right.
And this year it's another excavation. So the camera crews at TomBob are back in there with Mark Trinette, the black bear biologist. Matt, give us a sense, we've got a group of folks here with us today. They come from all walks of life. They're here to experience this bear den and learn more about it. Who are some of these folks?
Well, we've got quite a group here today. First of all, I guess our star here today is a young gentleman by the name of Aiden Kohler. And Aiden's got some serious health conditions going on right now, and we wanted, Aiden is a 10-year-old who absolutely loves the outdoors. And loves to hunt, loves to fish, and I guess he's called a real outdoorsy kid, and we wanted to get Aiden out here to experience this while he could. And I, you know, as we've talked before, Raleigh, I don't think there's a greater wildlife experience in Pennsylvania, a one single experience, than going to a bear den, a sow with cubs, and getting to experience that.
So his father got a hold of you and talked to you about this. How'd you find out about this?
Actually, what happened was one of our wildlife conservation officers down in York County read about Aiden in the paper, and he notified us in Harrisburg that about this young man, and said, wouldn't it be nice if we could do something for Aiden? And so we didn't take long to think of, a great experience this time of the year for him.
What a great opportunity, because we happen to be real close to the road, able to get into this wild place here in this clear cut and be able to share this with Hayden.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty cool for him, the expression on his face. He's never held a cub before, but be able to provide an opportunity like this, I commend you for doing that, and we're happy to be along with you.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. It's kind of a whole, the whole group, all the partners jumped together on this. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this. Basically, last Friday, I called Aiden's father and talked to him and told him about this opportunity. And of course, Aiden's becoming quite the celebrity now. And he had a whole schedule of events for today. And when Aiden heard that he had the opportunity to come to the bear den, basically he canceled everything else he had to do.
The young man's experienced quite a bit for as young as he is. I mean, he's hunted, he's killed some deer, he's killed some other animals, experienced the outdoors, and he wanted to come and do something in the outdoors, and to be able to come into this is pretty special for all of us. So to be able to share that with him and the rest of his family is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal experience. I know I'm sure Aiden, just by the look on Aiden's face, he's really enjoying it, and I'm sure his dad is really enjoying this also.
Yeah, so he got to see the 3 cubs and went back in and see the sow, and it all worked out really well for him. So we're also here with Mark Trinette, the black bear biologist, and we're going to get a chance to talk to him too.
Welcome to Bob's Army and Navy of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. We are the area's largest retailer of hunting and sporting goods, including guns in all areas, hunting equipment and supplies, boots for all situations, archery supplies, reloading equipment and supplies, and Army surplus. Be sure to stop in and talk to the area's most knowledgeable and friendly staff at Bob's Army and Navy.
We are Bob's Army Navy.
Welcome to Friends in Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
This is some pretty intensive black bear research going on in Pennsylvania.
Right, there is. And you know, the Sproul State Forest, we're doing a black bear research project here. It's been going on for quite a few years. Right now, Mark has 38 sows that are collared in the Sproul. And so he's able to go in and locate those bears every spring. And, you know, some of those bears will have yearlings that, you know, that were cubs last year, and other ones have cubs this year. So
he tracks in using radio telemetry and finds these bears.
Absolutely.
They were telling us a story about this one. They actually walked by it a couple times.
Right. Well, it's so close to the road that they didn't expect it to be there.
Yeah.
And it's in such a great den. It's got an excavation just like a groundhog would have, basically. And they walked right past it. So, I mean, you know, it's like the perfect den. So, but it's, you know, it was perfect for Aiden because it's probably less than 50 yards off the road. We were able to get Aiden in there and see it. And worked out very well.
A bear den with 3 cubs and a mama bear is not wide open space by any means, and diving in head first is definitely not for the faint of heart. However, Pennsylvania bear biologist Mark Trinette does it with ease and grace, thankfully for us and all those who were able to attend this awesome day.
Mama, she's here.
Yeah, she's here, but she's not really cool down. Cool.
Come here. Come here.
Smile.
You want to smile? Smile. Smile. There you go. See if you like any of those.
Oh, I'm sure it's great. Thank you.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Worst thing to get out.
We'll
Got the
fix
buck
them.
aggies.
Get the buck egg.
You hold this. Come
Sure.
down here so the
I don't know what you
camera-
call this because all we're doing is holding them. We're not hunting them.
Pretty special.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing that these are wild animals.
Yeah.
We're actually doing it.
He'll be talking in a little bit when they get ear tags in them.
Yeah. They like to talk then.
Really? Do they squeal?
Aiden, which ear do you want to get tagged? Right or left?
Well, they always stick your left hand to go for the left ear.
Ouch. You might have the biggest one, bud.
Here, you can have another one. You want another one?
We can't get him in the jacket, but we can put him in the blanket. Yeah, try a new one, Aiden. There you go.
Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on here? Give me some narrative, Gary.
Oh,
We're here in central Pennsylvania.
Oh, he's yawning, Aiden.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Now,
yawning.
see,
Tranquilized
now
the
you're
mama
going to get
bear.
him nice and toasty
Oh,
warm.
there you go.
And it took us a while.
Yeah,
There's a little bit
he
to
needs
get
your
down.
warmth.
You got him
And
bundled
now
up.
we just
There
got the
you
cubs
go.
out. And Aiden has a big smile on his face. This one's crawling on me.
Imagine being all snuggled in with your mama.
Here, while you hold him, you want to look at this one? See his face?
What are you doing, buddy?
How old are they? Do we know how old they are?
They're born in January.
He's crawling up through.
It never gets tiring. Never. Tell us how many years you've been doing this, bro. 32 years. Probably went to my first bear
Good
den
little guy to come out.
in 30 years ago. And again, 30 years of this never gets tired. Pretty special, huh? It's very special. They,
From medical industry projects to the home project, powder metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Looking for a great getaway spot to disconnect from this? Filled with adventure and thrills everywhere you look. Not to mention some of the most breathtaking scenery in our nation. Come relax and unwind with us at the Lakeview Store Cabins and RV Camping, located across from the Cinnamahoning State Park, smack dab in the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, where you can stargaze here, kayak down there, visit the pristine state parks over there, jump on a horse and wagon ride in elk country, wet a line right here, and see all kinds of wildlife in between. Or just kick back and read a book fireside. It's all right here. Handy to Lakeview Store, Cabin Rentals, and RV Camping. And don't forget to pick up your TomBob Outdoors and Kika Partners and Conservation logo wear while you're in our area. Give us a call at 814-647-8657 and be sure to like us on Facebook.
When it's time to perform, don't waste your opportunity. We are the science of performance.
You won't truly understand ammo until you start making your own.
Ballistic Products, the science of performance.
Our special guest today is Keith Gillespie. Keith is the chairman of the House Game and Fish Committee. Keith, you've been up in elk country before, you've been on the Sproul before, you've been on these kind of outings before. This is a special day.
Oh, this is a special day, Raleigh, and actually our special guest is Aiden from York County, young man.
Isn't he close to your home district?
He is. Actually, with reapportionment, I actually lost his neighborhood, but he's right on the line there, and wonderful community. Dad, made the trip up here today with him. What a story. I tell you what, I just found out about this a few days ago, and they said...
Well, we did too. We only found out like last Friday, so 4 or 5 days ago.
And you guys really rallied up the troops to get everybody out here. I mean, to be able to have this documented for the family.
It was a very positive and uplifting day for everyone involved. From breakfast till the time we left, everybody had a smile on their face. Especially young Aiden, who was a very special boy who had the time of his life with the Pennsylvania Game Commission and TomBob Outdoors.
There you go, that's it. Yeah! There you go. Now push it the other way. Can you push it up? Push this way with it. See that? There you go. All right. It's all out there.
That's not much, huh?
I guess not. Brandon, is that true about what bears in the woods, or not necessarily?
Well, today it is.
Your feet made?
Head on your chest there. Hear that?
You're just faster.
That's right. Yep. Everyone's got one.
So what, can you see that? I don't know what that number says, but it's about 4.6.
Dad, cool it is. Look what they did to me.
Feels bad. Where's a pair of pliers
Welcome to Bob's Army and Navy of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. We are the area's largest retailer of hunting and sporting goods, including guns in all areas, hunting equipment and supplies, boots for all situations, archery supplies, reloading equipment supplies, and Army surplus. Be sure to stop in and talk to the area's most knowledgeable and friendly staff at Bob's Army and Navy.
We are Bob's Army Navy.
Welcome to Friends in Wild Places.
The Keystone Elk Country Alliance, combining an entertaining and educational experience with family fun. The leader in conservation education, improving habitat projects for elk and other wildlife in Pennsylvania's elk country. In the heart of the Pennsylvania wilds, the Keystone Elk Country Alliance, located at the Elk Country Visitor Center. To learn more, visit experienceelkcountry.com.
We're here with Pennsylvania Game Commission and black bear biologist Mark Turnett. Mark, we appreciate, as always, you hosting us out here and showing us some of this really cool bear research you're doing.
My pleasure.
This is one of your study areas, right, on the Sproul State Forest?
And this is actually our largest study area. We have about 100 square mile area. We're in the middle of the Sproul State Forest right now.
And that Sproul State Forest is what, 330,000 acres?
Yeah, it's actually the largest state forest in the state. But what's unique about it and why we have a study area here is it represents a much greater part of the bear range. You know, this type of habitat that you see here today is representative of what we call the Big Woods region of the state. And so what we learn here, we can apply to those other parts of the state. A lot of the previous research in Pennsylvania occurred in the Poconos, and the Pocono region is nice, but it's not really representative. If you go over to the northeast part of the state, there's not a bear alive over there that doesn't know what bird feeders or garbage cans are. And to us, that represents conflict, but to a bear, that represents calories. But here, the bear we just saw today has probably never seen a bird feeder in its life. It's never seen a garbage can. It makes a living from the land like a typical bear should. So that means fewer calories. And so we do see slightly lower productivity in this area, but we're still seeing average litter sizes.
Okay, so from a hunter standpoint, find a food, find a cover, and you're going to find the bears.
That's
it's that simple.
It's that, but
yet they are really hard to kill. They're tough.
Finding food is a challenge. You know, if you know, you've got to put your time in walking ahead of time.
You know those years, Mark, where you have this ridge may have a whole bunch of beech nuts and acorns on it, and you may go miles and miles, and then you find that other ridge that didn't get that late frost. Those are the years where it seems like those bears are congregated there, and they're easier to harvest because the food isn't spread out; it's concentrated. Therefore, the bears are concentrated.
Yeah. Well, just imagine, Roy, if I told you you weren't going to get another meal for 5 months.
I'd be pretty grouchy.
You'd be looking for the best place you could find to eat, and that's
sure.
what the bears do. You know? It's that simple to a bear.
All right. Well, Mark, we again appreciate you taking us into the den for the 4th year in a row. It's always an adventure for us. We've seen quite a few bears. You've seen more than anybody, but it is still an enjoyable event. So thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
Certainly.
You bet.
My pleasure.
And Bill, I sure appreciate you making sure that your son was able to come out and experience this today. And for us to be able to be a part of this and share this experience with him, it's been really special to us.
He was all excited about coming up when I told him about it. Today, he slept on the way up, but when we got here, it took him a little bit to wake up.
Yeah.
And when we actually got out here, he was a little bit excited.
Yeah, he sure looked it. And I've never seen anyone have 3 cubs and be able to have those cubs so kind of relaxed and they're just hanging right next to him. That's pretty special.
He's the animal whisperer.
Is he?
He's good with the animals.
Has he always been that way?
Oh yeah, his dogs, everything.
Yeah.
Something about him and that. animals and babies.
What was his reaction whenever you got off the phone with Matt Ho with the Game Commission and decided you were going to make this happen?
Oh, he was calling his buddies and telling his buddies, and he was all excited. And everybody was saying they're jealous, and that even made it worse for me. He was like, when he got that first cub.
Yeah, I saw the look on his face. Pretty special.
Yeah, it was. He
was grinning ear to ear, that's for sure. It's been a great experience for us, and it sure looked like it was for Hayden and for you too. So
yeah, he did. That was the greatest thing. When he almost cried when he wanted to put it back, he didn't want to put it back.
Yeah, he wanted to stay there a little longer. But well, listen, we appreciate you spending time with us and letting us film this and getting the Posse crew here from TomBob Outdoors to film this.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate
you
that.
bet.
Welcome to this week's Pennsylvania Great Outdoorsman. At the PA Great Outdoors region is a big, beautiful part of Pennsylvania and home to the state's wild elk herd. In the heart of elk country is the town of Benezet, the designated elk capital of Pennsylvania and home of the Elk Country Visitor Center. The Keystone Elk Country Alliance manages a stunningly beautiful conservation and education center with touch-screen displays, a sensory surround theater, wildlife displays, and viewing blinds, and a great place to start your elk viewing adventure. Visitors can stroll along pathways looking for elk and other wildlife, or take a horse-drawn wagon ride. They even offer sleigh rides during winter. Each August, thousands attend the PA Great Outdoors Elk Expo. This two-day event features everything elk with music, seminars, calling contests, food, vendors, and elk license drawings. To plan your trip to the Pennsylvania Great Outdoors, go to visit PAGO.com or like PA Great Outdoors on Facebook.
From medical industry projects to the home project, powder metal affects literally every area of your life. It also affects the adrenaline projects. We supply the component part. You bring it to life. Continuous metal technology.
Oh, the people at Continuous Metal Technology.
Yo, working with the folks at Ballistic Products.
They do all kinds of checks to make sure ITX is the best product.
And then they rely on us to do the final check.
Images like these can make us feel powerless, but know there are people making a difference. Your gift of money and prayers are what they need to make a big impact on the lives of others. We provide to existing missions already established to feed, clothe, teach, and love the poorest of the poor and marginalized. Give to Cross Catholic now by calling or visit us on the web. God bless.
Visit shop.tomboboutdoors.com for the best deals on all of your favorite TomBob Outdoors products. Check out everything from the TomBob lure with scent fusion technology to CTX and ITX projectiles, TomBob and CMT logo wear, and even the TomBob earrings. All this at one convenient location, shop.tomboboutdoors.com. And don't forget to watch Friends in Wild Places Adventure Series on your favorite cable network.